In the fast-paced world of drag racing, where every run down the track can change everything, big news like a star driver jumping teams always gets people talking. That's exactly what happened with Austin Prock, the 30-year-old talent who just grabbed his second NHRA Funny Car title in a row. He's leaving behind John Force Racing, JFR, and taking his whole crew over Tasca Racing, linking up with Ford for the 2026 season. Prock himself admits it came out of nowhere. "This wasn't something I ever saw coming," he says. "But sometimes unexpected changes feel like the best way to go, and for him, this one does." Prock's connection to JFR runs deep. He spent his early years hanging around the garage, soaking up knowledge from his father, Jimmy Prock, who served as a crew chief there for 25 years. As a teen, Austin jumped in to help, starting with basic tasks and slowly working his way up. Over the next 15 years or so, he went from a helper in the shop to a top driver, steering the peak antifreeze and coolant funny car to those 2 championship wins. Those victories weren't just about going fast. They highlighted his skill under stress and his strong teamwork. JFR, under the guidance of racing legend John Force, gave him the chance to prove himself, and Prock doesn't forget that. Things work out the way they're meant to, he reflects, full of thanks for his time there. The choice to move on happened toward the end of 2025, after some discussions with John Force that didn't turn out as hoped. Prock doesn't share the full story, pointing out that every situation has multiple angles. What one person says, what the other says, and what really happened. He skips the details, but makes it clear the result opened a door to keep racing with his entire group. That's when Bob Tasca came in with a solid offer to bring the whole team aboard, making Tasca Racing feel like home. "Our main goal was to stay together as a unit," Prock explains. "Bob made that possible, so we went for it." The agreement came together quickly, just a simple handshake at first, and they kept it quiet until Ford revealed it on January 15th, 2026, during their big season kickoff in Detroit. Hiding the news wasn't simple for someone like Prock, who likes to be straightforward. "I'm not good at keeping secrets or bending the truth," he confesses. But in the final 2 events of 2025, he pushed it aside and stayed sharp. "Once that helmet goes on, the outside world fades away," he says. "You flip a switch and turn into a focus driver." That mental strength let him seal the championship without any slip-ups, showing why he's at the top of his game. This new chapter brings a lot of adjustments. The team is swapping out their Chevrolet setup for Ford's Mustang Dark Horse lineup, and Prock has been putting in long hours at the shop. "I've been there every day of the week," he shares. "I only stepped away for 3 days to propose to my fiancée, but otherwise, it's nonstop work." They're rethinking nearly everything. About 95% of their approach is getting updated to fit the Prock style. A few things remain unchanged, like using weld wheels, Goodyear tires, and the same nitro fuel. Still, the transition has its bumps. Delays in getting new gear have held them back a bit, and stepping away from JFR's all-in-one operation feels like a shift. At JFR, you had everything you needed right there, Prock points out. "Now, we're forming new partnerships with suppliers to make sure we get the parts on time." Even with the challenges, Prock is full of energy about the future. He wants to start strong, planning to light up the win boards from day one. The big aim is to create something lasting, a team that dominates for years. "We're geared up and ready to go all out," he says. All this hard work should pay off with some victories. They'll begin testing shortly, and the racing season launches at the Amalie Oil Gator Nationals in Gainesville, Florida, running from March 5th to 8th, 2026. For Prock, it's all about growth. "You never stop picking up new skills," he adds. "Life gives you what it gives, and you make the most of it to come out on top." Naturally, a move like this has fans buzzing, and not everyone is happy. Some die-hard JFR followers feel let down, and Prock understands where they're coming from. "If you're cheering for me personally, you'll follow along," he says. But plenty of folks are all about John Force, no matter the driver. He's taken the criticism in stride, keeping his eyes on his team and loved ones. "Racing with this group is what I love," he explains. "If anyone holds a grudge, that's their issue. It'll sting more for them when we're celebrating wins." He even compares it to the late Dale Earnhardt, okay with playing the outsider if it fits. "No one sets out to be the antagonist, but if that's my spot in the sport, I'll take it," he says. The real kicker will be us grinning in the winner's circle, holding that hardware. Going forward, Prock is set on bringing more intensity. Expect us to fight harder than ever, he vows. We'll scrap for every single round we can win. It's an attitude shaped by his path, from a young helper at JFR to a double champion, and it shows his toughness. This fresh start might just add more highlights to his career. Drag racing thrives on surprises, and Prock's departure from JFR closes one door while opening another. Backed by Tasca Racing and Ford, he's positioned to chase even more championships and show that big changes can lead to bigger triumphs. As the 2026 season ramps up, everyone will be paying attention. Can Prock create a new powerhouse? Based on what he's done so far, it looks like a strong yes. Right now, he's just thankful for the journey and eager to hit the gas.